This is so weird. If I was Wham, I would be very weirded out by this. There is no breaks on the aggro chain here. One and all, welcome back to the semi-finals of KPMM. We've got Anna's hand on House of Lancaster going up against the French of Wham. Okay, this has looked like a grim series so far for Wham. While the game's had some competitive back and forth, Anatan has been time and time again, it feels like a step ahead. And I'm curious about this one. Anno has been quite interesting to watch with his Lancaster players. He doesn't just subscribe to the same spam of manners as everyone else. No, sometimes he likes to add in a few lords. But we're kicking off with a Spearman opening in the Dark Age for Lancaster. Interesting. Does he send it over onto the gold, or is this simply about the deer shoving? It's probably about the deer shove, right? I think so, considering he just killed the wolf. Maybe? Does the timing actually work for this? It probably works better if you go to the right side of the base. So this is already looking a little bit rough. Anatan, because he wanted to drop off the sheep first, he's not in position to scout ahead. So he's kind of having to go on a little bit of a blind punt here. And has to split up the spears. That kind of cripples his timing. However, I think for Anatan, the idea here is if you want your opponent to not do pro scouts, then this play makes a lot of sense. It's going to deny him the ability to do so, because he won't be able to touch the gold. Six on the gold now. Wham realizes what's happening. Has he realized too late, though? Should be fine. It's only a single spear. He'll at least get enough for an age up, but nothing else to work with. I mean, I'd be surprised if you hung around here for the night. Unless... Oh, beautifully done, Wham. Gets rid of the concern. Still, this is a long way to go. If you want to get enough for a night, anyway. He's committing. Second spear is a little bit delayed arriving because for some reason he ran further out. I think Anatan was paranoid about running underneath TC. I don't think this is getting you enough for a night. This is like feeling a bit weird on the timing, no? Maybe he just about threads the needle. Okay, so pull away. Yeah, he's not even going to have 100 gold here. It's a little bit rough. I wonder what Wham's thought process was. Like, one knight can be pretty desirable here for harassing the other side, if you get the timing right. And he definitely wasn't trying to save the pro scouts. So now we have the switch on the lumber camp. Likely going to be looking at, like, maybe an archery range just to open to secure. And then for Anatan, he's actually hanging around. So I thought this would be a deer shove, but he's not doing it. No, he's just ignored it entirely. I mean, it can't happen now because it got lamed. I think that's one of the rough things, by the way, is one of the big value points of doing this Spearman openings is deer shoves. The problem is, against high-level opponents now, they scout it and they take the option off the table. Because the scout can't really contest the spears. So the only thing that you can contest at that stage, after you've gathered sheep, is killing the wildlife. Wait, is this 2TC? Now, that would be interesting. It doesn't feel greedy either, by the way. Remember, because Lancaster's going for House of Lancaster's typical greed build with the Lancaster Castle, we are just going to be seeing mana spam. So this is almost like Wham is spitting in the face of the logic of what Anatan expects of him. Right? You go Lancaster Castle because you think you're going to get attacked while being greedy. There are actually some matchups where you can kind of get away with Abbey of Kings into Manors. So you just front a little bit of aggression, and then you know your opponent doesn't want to attack you anyway. So if Wham's idea here is to go 2TC, I kind of dig it. It's going to be interesting to see if 2TC French can actually beat out Lancaster mana spam. But I guess it beats the alternative. With a spawn like this in particular, you'd have to hit a very far side of the enemy base. And although knights over time can actually somewhat reliably dive Lancaster Castle's defenses because the nobility, the ability of chivalry rather to heal over time is good, that's down the line. And by the time you get chivalry and you have enough knights to justify it, Anatan's probably close to 6 manas. And I could go fast castle. It's possible. I think if you do it, you're looking at what? Triple mana? Then again, Anatan hasn't moved on to stone at all. This is so weird. If I was Wham, I would be very weirded out by this. But this is a great reaction. It's Anatan pivoting because of the 2TC. Because remember, if French are going 2TC and you block their gold like this, well, they've got no knights. So, funnily enough, getting free men-at-arms with daggers is bloody strong. The spear. Ooh. Oh, no. He ran beyond. The good news is Anatan's spears are out of position, so it should be the one. But he did just get hardened, which is going to make this a little bit more annoying. And yeah, you can see Anatan's now actively paying attention, so it's a bit harder for Wham to get that free grab. Could end up losing one. Yeah, it's going to be -1 villager for the kill. Yeah, this is crazy. So, White Tower, I guess? No, guys, calm down. He's not going to White Tower drop his base. That's a bit too crazy. But what he can do is just White Tower and then, like, rush Elsgard. It's like a poor man's Burgrave, only you have a range attack. It's GG. Oh no, we return to that. I mean, Anatan, like, Wham can't GG out that early. It would be dishonorable. Keck W. And I think Wham, if he sees what it is, you can kind of defend yourself with knights to begin with, right? Against the Elsgard. It's not clean, but he's got gold access again. And remember, this is now just a attack v defend. And Wham historically loves playing that defensive role. I think he's refined himself as a player over the ages by it. This is kind of wacky, though. Like, I don't know. Has Anatan tried this against French? Like, what's the success rate been? Because I am just thinking, you know, it's Elsgard. They are great. I guess the range attacks are quite interesting here now that I think about it. Yeah, because if this was a standard men-at-arms, I think you're in a wonky position because the knights just almost die and then run away. But that's where this is interesting, folks. Remember, Lancaster, the Elsgard have a dagger throw. They also move quicker than standard men-at-arms. So you, to put it another way, have a kill secure button. Okay, this could be really cool. And by going for the White Tower here, if it is knight spam from French now, they can't really dive your base because of this defense. That's crazy. So I guess Anna will open Elsgard. Could maybe switch gradually over to Gathering Stone, but with the double rats commitment now, I think this is just an all-in send. Walls are on the way from Wham. I think he realizes what's coming. Guys, why are you judging the White Tower? Look, no one can stop him gathering berries. English main's about to be in my chat like, I can't believe he's gathering the berries as English. Chill. These guys don't get a farm buff, remember. So it doesn't hurt to watch. Well, unless you, like, zoom in and you only see that they're English villagers, you're like, oh god. Remember, it's the variant civ in this game. Guildhall. Okay, that's quite creative, what he's doing there. So he hugs the edge of the map because he doesn't want to be seen teching. Yeah, he's just trying to buy the illusion that he's building knights so that Anatan slows down a bit. Because if he knew, then these Elsgard would just be catapulting towards the location. And, oh, he catches him. This is big. Elsgard, remember, move quicker than standard men-at-arms. And if he gets in position with just 3 of these bad boys, he can already net himself a kill before he reaches. The dagger throws are 17 damage each. This is crazy. What a weird build for a game. And imagine you have a bow and an arrow, and this guy throws a dagger further than you can ever shoot. Like just a little stabby boy hiding in his boot. Speaking of the stabby boys, another punk comes in. Textiles was a smart choice by Wham. He's going to need it. This is tricky on the runaway. Also, the pathing. What? I don't know if that was intentional. Might work out somehow. Are you kidding me? Only 1 worker goes down. That was sick. Okay, so the rest get away. However, Torchpower's now coming in. So second TC is a bit tricky because here's the thing, guys. Against any other civ, when they men-at-arms like this, you rush repair. You cannot do it against Elsgard. I've done it to players before. When they try to repair things, you just throw daggers at them. Wham's in the business of buying time. Business ain't looking too good. He's got arbitrary on the way. But, guys, we legit just saw what happens when a ranged unit walks near these guys, right? Like, if you trickle arbitrary out, they will die. The dagger has a 15-second cooldown. This is sick. Spears left to contest for the night. First Arbor has arrived. Ansand, he's getting the extra worker kills. His daggers are ridiculous. Oh my god, I think he's just dead. 10 eco lead, but it doesn't feel like it. Undermesh is now on the way. Villagers are going to migrate the area. That's TC down. He has 2 crossbows to his name. Look at the daggers. Oh my god. He's losing against a melee unit in a range fight. This is ridiculous. And that's it. He GG's him out. An absolute kick to the nuts to wipe him out with the 3rd game of the series. I'll tell you what, folks. If you're sleeping on these Earlsguard Rush builds, it's time to wake up. The attacks might look a little bit weird when you play a long game, because when you got 50 plus units, who cares about those daggers? It's like a small detail. But when you're so early in the game, having a 17 base damage attack on a 15-second cooldown on a faster moving men-at-arms is king. And that's exactly what Anatan looks like with this win.